short time of 6 months. Post that I am associated with HDFC Bank for last 15 years now. I started as a trainee, an executive trainee, and I am now in the grade of assistant vice president, where I am handling the regional product manager institutional business profile. Now, before we start this session, I would like to tell you everyone on this particular company, and before I start with this company, I would like everyone to please be more interactive rather in a session where I tell you and it is a one way where I can only tell and others cannot. It's not like that. It will be, you can, any type of questions or doubts you have, you can immediately stop me and again ask me any kind of queries or questions you have in your mind, or any kind of probable questions that you may face during your interview session. Now, if we look at this company, this Tata Capital, who is coming for your campus tomorrow, I suppose, right? So now, if we say the Tata Group, as I say, in our day-to-day life, we have been using any kind of Tata products, be it a car, be it your edible salt, be it your fashion in West Side, or your jewelry in Tanishq, and you can say the travel we do through airlines Vistara, even Air India is now a part of Tata Group. Now, entire Tata Group is a very old industrial organization. You can say Jamsetji Tata is very well known in our books of history as the father of Indian industry. Now, if we say that various other companies, we have also TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, who is the second largest employer in the country, and which is a private organization and operating from around 150 plus countries. Entire gamut of Tata Group, if we say, it is total 100 plus companies working across the globe. Now, it's an Indian multinational company, and where started by you can say Nasirji Tata, Jamsetji Tata, who was a son, then it was Dorabji Tata, then JRD Tata, and now Ratan Tata is managing the entire Tata Group. The entire companies, or you can say the family which is running, it is under philanthropic motive. Their culture, their organizational skills, and other products which they are manufacturing, it is not only for the benefit or for profit making, it is more so in a social cause they are into, because it is under the holding company with Tata Sons, where Tata Sons is holding 66% of the entire other company subsidiary under the Tata Group, and more so for a social cause, it is under a philanthropic motive for a social cause where all companies are being run across the globe. Now, more particularly, if we say we have in Tata Capital is also a wholly owned subsidiary of Tata Sons Private Limited, and under this Tata Capital we have more subsidiaries in the form of Tata Capital Financial Services, Tata Home Finance, even Tata Cards, and so on and so forth. There are many companies across. Now, if we go ahead with what this Tata Capital is doing, see, more so being me from a banking background, I will start because Tata Capital, which is a non-banking financial company. If we say what is a non-banking financial company and what is the difference between a banking company and a non-banking financial company, can anyone tell me the difference of this? Anyone? Unmute yourself and please answer me. Anything? This is a basic question actually, because the company you are appearing is a non-banking financial company, more so in the specific way for which it is being registered. It's a non-deposit accepting core investment company, registered with Reserve Bank of India to operate and provide financial services in the banking and financial services in India. Now, if we tell what is a non-banking financial company and what is the difference between a banking company, a scheduled commercial bank or a commercial bank, what is the difference between the two? Can anyone? Anyone other than this? Very close. Yeah, we can say 90%. To summarize what your answer is, I will tell you, banking company is where the basic, you can say, the function of a bank is, in simple terms, in the core definition, we can say accepting for the purpose of lending. Now, accepting for the purpose of lending, I will elaborate on this, is a basic function of a bank, but a non-banking financial company cannot accept deposits for the purpose of lending. It's the difference between the two. A non-banking financial company cannot have their any account open. Account open means any kind of saving account or a current account or a fixed deposit. Saving and current account deposit is more in the banking terminology known as you can say demand deposits, and a term deposit, which is a fixed deposit or a recurring deposit, is where it is fixed for a particular term, you get interest out of it, and it can be redeemed anytime. Now, this particular deposit which a bank accepts, a banking company accepts, is again recycled in the purpose of loans to consumers or customers, and this is a basic function of a bank. And a basic function of a bank, more predominantly, you can say it acts as a catalyst for funding to the deficit sector from the surplus sector. The person who will deposit money in the account will have surplus funds in the account, that's why he's keeping that money in that account. If a customer is making a fixed deposit, that means he has some extra money which is keeping as an investment, you can say, for maybe 1 year time or a 5-year term or anything. Now, that particular deposit which is being booked in the form of a fixed deposit or a recurring deposit in the form of savings, which is called as surplus money, is not being kept with a bank in that particular account. It's again being recycled or recirculated or landed to some other customer where there is a deficit, or whosoever applies for a loan in the form of a requirement of some kind of funds. Now, that surplus fund which was kept by one customer in the form of deposits is again being circulated to some other customer in the form of loan requirement where he is in deficit. Now, from surplus, the money flows from the surplus sector to the deficit sector is the main function of a bank. Now, a non-banking financial company, just like Tata Capital or any other company otherwise, cannot do that acceptance of deposits. It has to have their own capital, their own profit or own reserves and surplus will be again lended to customers in the form of loans or any other products. That's what's the basic function. The non-banking financial company cannot accept deposits, but it can lend. A banking company accept deposits, and again the same money is being recirculated to other customers in the form of loans. This is the basic difference. Now, I hope I am clear on this. This is one particular question which is most probable for your interview, because you will be appearing for a non-banking financial company. Now, if we say going forward in as Tata Capital, to be precise, Tata Group as a whole is the most respectable group, or the companies under this Tata Group are in the form of their motive, their vision, their ethics, their integrity, and so on and so forth. They are known for their respect, and their legacy for more than 200 years now is being operated in the entire globe. starting from a small town in Gujarat. They have shifted, their headquarters is now in Mumbai. Now they have been doing their entire businesses across India and across the globe in a very philanthropic way, where they are known as the most ethical and respectable group. And if we say, to be precise, in the form of Tata Capital, which is a flagship company of Tata Sons Limited, and they are coming uh, with their two profiles, basically which is known as relationship manager and other is sales manager. Now you must have some kind of apprehension in your mind that yes, what are these profiles and what is a sales manager, whether it will be a B2B profile or a B2C profile, and what are these, whether I should appear for this, and so on and so forth. Now anyone have any question, please feel free to ask me right away. Do you have any apprehension? What will be the profiles? See, I have gone through that particular job description sheet which has been shared. The more predominantly is the relationship manager profile, where one has to have knowledge about the financial products. Now Tata Capital deals in all different type of products in retail as well as wholesale. In retail we can say, because yes, Tata Capital, I said in the starting session, it's a non-banking financial company. You need not there are no account holders to it. There are only loan holders to the company. Loan holders means the customer may be an individual customer or a corporate customer, will be asking for some kind of loans and other cross-sell products. Cross-sell products may be a commercial finance, maybe consumer loans, maybe wealth advisory services, maybe credit cards. We have got Tata Neo cards, we have got other credit cards which are joint ventured with HDFC Bank as well as State Bank of India. Now these are called co-branded credit cards. We have got investment banking as an arm, we have got asset financing as an arm, we have got investments, and we have got private equity in the entire umbrella of products under Tata Capital. Now if we say the collection manager profile is a profile where once a customer has taken a loan and the account has become, the loan account has become NPA, non-performing asset. What is a non-performing asset? A non-performing asset is where the loan dues or the interest servicing or the EMI is not being paid for more than 90 days. Then the account or that particular loan becomes a non-performing asset, NPA. When an account becomes NPA, then it goes, the main importance is the person who has given the loan, or the relationship manager or the sales manager will have to target this customer to get this interest service, and any kind of dues in the form of principal and interest needs to be which is overdue for more than 90 days will come into picture. He or she has to contact the customer and ask the customer to pay off these loans or these overdues. Now once the time has expired for more than 90 days, again after the relationship manager has been following up, meeting customer even personally, going to his office or residence, then the case is further forwarded to the collection team. The collection manager and the collection team, who may be a third party company, will follow different legal you can say bindings on the customer by sending some kind of notices and to pay off the loan by giving due notices, maybe for a 15-day time or a 1 month time, or maybe around 2 month time, and there will be several follow-ups after that. The collection manager is a person who will be pushing on behalf of the company to get this non-performing asset or this overdue on a particular loan or an account where the customer has not repaid for more than 90 days. Then the act of a collection manager comes into picture, who will be following up for that money to get the loan serviced. I hope the explanation is clear? Aman, yes. Now, a collection manager profile is a profile where it is coming into picture once the loan is being disbursed, once an account is being converted, a loan account is being converted. More predominantly, if we say the profile for which I want to speak is a relationship manager profile, because see, Tata Capital deals with commercial finance as well as consumer loans. Consumer loans we mean where Tata Capital deals with is personal loans, business loans, auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Now, credit card is also termed as unsecured loan, since we get a credit facility of 51 days right from the day of start of the credit card account. Now, in that particular loan, because if we get a credit limit of 1 lakh, say for instance, and that 1 lakh rupee is being used on day one of that particular card account, then on the next 30th day of that particular account, the bill is being generated, and after post the generation of the bill, a credit card company or a bank used to give another 21 days of time for making the final payment or the due date of the credit card payment. Then, which means that 30 days is the first time and another 21 days for the billing thing. Total 51 days is a total credit period which we get, and on that credit card, what we give is the credit card limit. The credit card limit is an unsecured product, since only on the basis of your financials we have issued your credit card. Apart from there are issues, some instances come into picture where some customers do not have the that credit line facility for issuance of a credit card. In such a scenario, any kind of a banking company or a non-banking company also takes a mortgage in the form of a fixed deposit. Maybe say for instance a customer requires a 1 lakh rupee credit limit, but his CIBIL score is not up to the mark, maybe less than 750 score, which is a minimum benchmark for issuance of a credit card. Now, in this particular case, where the CIBIL score of a particular individual or a company is less than 750, then in this particular scenario, bank can ask, or a non-banking financial company may ask for a fixed deposit, which will be lien marked and taken as a mortgage for that particular, or you can charge on that particular credit card basis. The credit card limit, the fixed deposits, you can say limit is being transferred to the credit card account. Now, this is one particular scenario. Now, you cannot. This is a very exceptional case where the customer's CIBIL score is below 750. You need not be speaking about this, because this will be a scenario where once you are on the job, you may face such scenario very exceptionally and in a very rare case. Generally, for issuance of a credit card, it is only on the basis of financials, maybe an ITR or your Form 16 or last 3 months salary slip, or your bank statement will be enough to give a clear picture of your credibility and your disposable income, basis which your credit card limit will be given. Now, apart from your credit card, there are other products also where we have got personal loans. A personal loan is such a loan which is an unsecured loan, where a customer is being given a particular credit, you can say facility by issuance of a term loan. Term loan, by the meaning of it is that the term of that particular loan may be 36 months or maybe 60 months. Now, in that particular period, that EMI is being fixed, and a personal loan is being given to a salaried class, where a customer's profession is salary, and he is getting monthly payouts in the form of salary credits to the account. Now, basis his last 3 months salary statement or your salary slips, last 6 months bank statement, the Form 16 and the ITR, which will be acting as a financial statement giving the credibility of that particular individual, will generate a you can say a credit line by the credit team of that particular company. In the form of Tata Capital, we have a credit team, where the credit team will assess and approve for or sanction a loan amount of say maybe 5 lakhs rupees, and that 5 lakhs is being disbursed to the particular person's account, and an EMI is being calculated basis the prevalent interest on that particular account with a term of maybe 36 years or maybe 36 months or maybe 60 months, maybe 3 years or 5 years. Customers can avail also from a minimum term of 6 months also, and with a minimum amount of 50,000. Now this is the basic principle of a personal loan. Apart from personal loan, there are products like business loan, where it is also an unsecured product issued or disbursed to a self-employed professional, where the person is involved in some kind of business activity for generation of profits for the company, whether the company is in the form of a proprietorship concern, maybe a partnership concern, or maybe a private limited company. Now in this particular sector, when anyone requires any kind of loans in the form of business loan, he needs to provide his credentials also in the form of his ITR, profit and loss and balance sheet, and his last 6 months bank statements, basis which the credit team will assess and a particular loan amount is sanctioned without any charge or any kind of mortgage. That's why business loan is also one particular unsecured loan for any banking company or non-banking company. Apart from that, there are products like auto loan, where any kind of used car or new car purchase can be financed to any individual or a non-individual in the form of company. And we have in Tata Capital, we have got loan against property, loan against securities, even home finance, renovation loan, home renovation loan, loan restructuring, and so on and so forth. There are various area of retail products. Apart from that, there are credit line facilities also to non-individual customers, maybe companies, where maybe customers may be asking for some kind of overdraft or cash credit or drop line overdraft facility, where these facilities are also being serviced by Tata Capital. A basic role of a relationship manager, which I have gone through in the job description which has been shared to me, is what is managing a particular portfolio of clients. A relationship manager will be having a portfolio of its own, where a group of customers, maybe around 250 customers, will be under your portfolio. That particular portfolio customers needs to be serviced and has to be again asked and serviced by again giving cross sell. Say for instance, a customer who is already a home loan customer and under your portfolio will be, say for instance, will be asking for some kind of auto loan or some kind of business loan or a personal loan. Then that particular customer has to be given that particular loan basis his credibility and his disposable income. Once the loan file is being picked, the loan file has been logged and finally being disbursed, and any kind of licensing being done through your credit manager, maybe disbursal team or any other thing. And even a post disbursement is your after sales service which you give, is the entire gamut under which your job description and a KRA will have as a relationship manager. Apart from enhancing the portfolio, maybe a portfolio size which will be maybe around 10 CR, if you enhance and give more loans to the customers, and more customers are being added by deepening the relationship, and also asking from existing customers who are already customers under your portfolio by taking referrals. Referrals we mean, say for instance, a customer who is satisfied customer under your portfolio can be again asked if his friend or colleague or his family member requires any kind of loan requirements or any kind of products from Tata Capital. Then that particular customer will be taken or will be availing that particular product will be a referral lead, where you have converted basis your ongoing customer interaction. This is what is a job of a relationship manager. A relationship manager's role is not only servicing existing clients, by also enhancing client by taking existing customers, referrals and lead generation, and also sourcing from open market through different lead generation process, which will be given on time to time basis by providing databases by the company. the relationship manager profile is something where there may be two kind of jobs which needs to be assigned. One is the basic B2B profile. Other than that, the B2B profile, there will be B2B profile, there will be B2C. B2C is handling retail clients, an individual client or a corporate client maybe. But B2B is where at one, say for instance, a company who may be asking for some kind of term loan, may require any kind of credit facility in the form of overdraft, which I have already reiterated, where this particular loan products, selling of this particular loan facilities or this credit facility in the form of OD or CC will to already existing client or maybe a new client in the form of non-individual will be under the gamut of business to business sale. Business to customer sale will be a retail client in the form of personal loan or a business loan or a auto loan or a home loan, where these retail clients needs to be cross-sold with these retail loan products. See, in the entire profile of relationship manager, ultimately it is all about relationship building and deepening the relationship through enhancing business and your portfolio size. Once the portfolio size is being met and you meet your targets, your annual appraisals and your growth in the company will be there. Now, I am doing a monologue. I feel if anyone have any kind of doubt or any kind of query regarding this profile, can please raise your hand and ask. I'll be very happy to answer. We have got 30 participants. Anyone have any kind of apprehension regarding this? Please feel free to ask. Yes. See, a relationship manager wealth is nothing. Again, it is a portfolio building only. There will be an existing portfolio client. Now, in this particular portfolio client, see, Tata Capital, apart from this selling loan products, they are also into sale of mutual funds and insurance. Now, in the form of mutual fund, we have got all mutual fund houses, all AMCs being tied up with Tata Capital, maybe in HDFC mutual fund or ICICI mutual fund, SBI mutual fund, LIC mutual fund, UTI, and there are so many in today's Indian market. Now, in this particular mutual fund scenario, if any of the customer, the wealth manager or the relationship manager wealth will be enhancing or his portfolio by deepening relationship from existing as well as new client by taking referrals from existing clients, is what for selling of mutual funds is a role of a wealth manager. Apart from selling of mutual funds, see, Tata Capital does have tie-ups with HDFC Life Insurance Company for selling of HDFC Life products, maybe a cancer care product, maybe a cardiac care product, maybe a health insurance product. Apart from that, their own umbrella company, Tata AIA Life, is also tied up where they can sell a group term insurance, maybe an individual term insurance, even health insurance. They have tie up with Bajaj Allianz, even Tata AIG, and various other companies are also into even a loan assist product, maybe insurance in the form of non-life insurance, where a motor insurance or any life insurance, maybe health insurance, maybe. These are different type of investment products where customers needs to be pitched for array of companies which are with tie-up with Tata Capital, HDFC, Tata, and Bajaj Allianz, and so on and so forth are the companies. The selling of insurance policies and mutual funds is the job of a wealth manager. A relationship manager wealth have to not only cross-sell loans, he has to also cross-sell these investment products in the form of life insurance and mutual funds. Insurance products and mutual funds. I'll say insurance in the form of general insurance, life and non-life. Even health insurance is also one of these. I hope I'm clear on this. Relationship manager wealth. anyone have any more queries? Please go ahead. Yeah. See, you are Ria, right? Ria, do you have any fear factor for sales? Do you have any fear factor for sales? Okay. See, any kind of organization, be any organization, I'm saying, not only in the banking and financial services industry, any organization without sales and revenue generation, an organization cannot exist, right? Because maybe an IT company, what is they are doing? They are doing software sales. Any kind of consultancy company is doing some kind of consultancy services, either not goods but services. A company which is in the manufacturing, they are manufacturing goods, they are doing sales. If a sale doesn't happen, then how will the company exist? And how will revenue be generated? And if there is no revenue generation, the company will cease to exist. Simple. Now, sales is one particular factor. Though, see, B2C and B2B profile of relationship manager in Tata Capital, in particular, if I tell, it is nothing to be. See, it is B2C product is products where we can sell customers, individual or maybe a retail corporate client, maybe a proprietorship firm or a partnership firm or a private limited company, where we are doing retail product sale of personal loans, business loans, auto loans, home loans, credit cards, small and medium enterprises, working capital finance in the form of term loans. Now, these particular clients which are in your portfolio already existing under your management, they need to be deepened by asking them, yes, do you have any kind of other loan requirement, because you are already a portfolio customer of mine. Then this particular cross sell will be taken care by a B2C program under relationship management of profile of Tata Capital. The same is also being done by banking industry also. It's nothing if you say within bracket relationship manager B2C. No, it's not like that. It is only in a bank you will be having a gamut of around 100 plus products, B2B, B2C, all being under one particular job profile. Now, Tata Capital is asking B2C profile is only sale of retail loans or retail products. Tata Capital is asking relationship manager wealth only for building relationship in the form of cross sell of mutual fund and insurance. They have given small products under one particular profile. Now, in B2B, what we need to do is that we need to find ways and means to cross sell to a non-individual customer where their requirement is more than what is a retail loan. It is more predominantly known as a commercial loan or a large credit facility, maybe 100 CR loan. And 100 CR loan is a wholesale loan where the requirement of that particular non-individual corporate is more than what it is a retail product. A retail product may be anything below 10 CR. Now, anything above 10 CR will be taken as a wholesale loan. Now, this particular 100 CR or above loan mode, which is not under this small and medium enterprises or a company which is a blue chip company or which is a big government company, where their requirement is for some kind of capital projects or some kind of project financing, where the loan term is also very high. Loan term may be around maybe 10 years, 20 years for building some kind of bridges or some kind of infrastructure projects or something. These particular loans where you are dealing with customer who is a government company or a big company, where maybe Tata Projects are involved in many, building this new Parliament House in Delhi. Now, Tata Projects may be requiring maybe 100 CR loan for building this safe fund. I'm giving it just an example. Now, that loan tenor maybe will be maybe 20 years time. This particular dealing with Tata Projects as a customer now will be taken as a B2B loan. Now any kind of loan which is very small, maybe a 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, or maybe 1 CR for a home loan, it will be taken care by a B2C relationship manager, where the loan amount is low and also the tenor is also low, maybe a 3-year term or a 5-year term. I hope, Ria, I am clear. Yes, yeah, thank you. Anyone do have any question, please? Yeah, anyone other than Ria do have any kind of queries relating to this relationship manager profile? Anyone? Please come up. No one? Should we move ahead to the next profile, which is, yeah, please, someone. Share some questions. The probable questions. See, most importantly is that generally in an interview, since you are a student and more so it is basis your own CV only from which questions will be asked. You need not be a master in banking or finance or something of this sort, where you need to understand all kind of banking thing. No, it's not like that. More predominantly they will ask is about your CV. Number one is your CV. They will go through your CV. They will be asking about your summer internship project, where you have done and what are the qualities or differences or different type of experience which you have gained during your summer internship project. This is one particular question which will be asked throughout, because they will try to assess, an interviewer will try to assess your thinking about your experience about working in a company during this 6 weeks or so, where you have done your summer internship project. This is one particular thing where you need to brush up, and your CV needs to be very clear, whatever you have written, and the probable questions will be there from, and it will be person to person different. Now, apart from that, your family background, your qualifications, and any kind of experience you might have before joining your MBA program will be also a matter of question, where interviewer can ask through. Apart from that, your most important question, if we say about this particular organization or this profile basis which the question come is the first query which I have already raised, is the difference between a bank and a non-bank, and what does a bank does, what does a non-banking financial company does. This is basically where you need to tell that a banking company main function, what does it perform is transferring money from the surplus sector to the deficit sector, and by accepting deposits in the form of saving and current account or fixed deposits, and the same money being recirculated to a loan and in the lending form. Accepting for the purpose of lending is a basic thing where a bank does, and non-banking financial company doesn't have that authority as per banking norms as governed by Reserve Bank of India, not to accept deposits but only to lend. Now this is one particular difference between a bank and a non-banking financial company, is one most important question. Other than that, regarding your profile, in relationship manager profile, what do you understand and how can you assess yourself after you are on the job? And this particular question may be asked by you, and their thinking and acceptance of how you can on the job perform. This particular question will have some kind of scenario building, then they will give you some kind of product sale and how will you pitch. Say for instance, your sale and your cutthroat pitch to a customer may be one particular question where say for instance he tells you to sell a pen in front of them, the initial pitch by you will be one particular question which needs to be prepared by each one of you. Because yes, in a non-banking financial company, basically in Tata Capital, they are into lending and cross-selling insurance and mutual fund. So you need to understand what is a mutual fund, the different scenarios and the different schemes of mutual fund. A mutual fund maybe a closed-ended mutual fund or a open-ended mutual fund, and there are different mutual fund schemes, maybe a blue chip fund or a gilt fund or maybe a balanced fund, and different type of fund houses we have in operating in India. And regulatory body who is into regulating this mutual fund industry in India is SEBI. What does SEBI does? Other than that, if it is a Tata Capital, it is a non-banking financial company. How RBI regulates? How is the licensing happened for a non-banking financial company, and what are the regulatory laws? Maybe a Basel governing law can also be seen by has to be brushed up in the form of what are the Basel norms and the capital adequacy and prudential norms needs to be followed by a non-banking financial company, is one particular question which can come up as an interview question for all of you. I hope everyone have noted down what I have spoken just now. Okay, so these are some few probable questions. Apart from this, they will not go deep into banking or some kind of other thing. They will go through your CV, and your confidence level in answering will only help you get into this particular company. Apart from that, should we go into the next profile, which is sales manager, home finance, right? Yeah, in Tata Capital have one more subsidiary which is called Tata Capital Housing Finance Limited, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Tata Capital itself. Now, as sales manager, home finance is the profile where the person is dealing with one single product, which is home finance. And in home finance, there are, apart from purchase of a new home for which financing is required, is a home loan. Apart from an existing customer who have already taken a home loan can also avail top-up loan for home, maybe for some kind of home renovation, home expansion, maybe a commercial project expansion, or home renovation. These are different other home loan extension products where it has to be catered to. A sales manager home finance will have also sales officers and business development officers who will be working under him. The basic role of a sales manager is to handle team and extract business from its team members in the form of sales officers and other business development representatives. Now, in this particular profile, it is nothing that you have to go door to door and get business on terms of home loan finance. No, it's not like that. You will also be handling a portfolio of client where you will be given around maybe 100 clients under your portfolio, where existing home loan customers again needs to be spoken to, get in touch with them, their existing home loan requirements also being catered to after sale, and even after getting the sale, by expanding the home loan by getting top up on that particular home loans in the form of some kind of home renovation or expansion, where say for instance a 20-year-old home loan where the amount of 5 lakhs has been repaid or repayment has been done, any kind of top up being given on that particular home loan is also taken as a home loan expansion. Maybe the customer has taken for some kind of renovation of his existing home or residence. So this particular product also needs to be pushed by a sales manager home loan. Apart from that, the persons who will be reporting under him will be maybe sales officers and business development representatives, who will be actually going and meeting customers, collecting papers, logging the files and getting files disbursed. If there is any requirement for some kind of deviation in terms of getting the home loan sanction basis customers existing existing some kind of queries being raised by credit manager, maybe a CIBIL score, maybe some kind of financial query, maybe some kind of other deviations where it can arise on case to case basis, needs to be sorted out by the sales manager. And once the case is being sanctioned, the final disbursement which is being done for this home finance to the final customer's account is the basic job of a sales manager home finance. It's a very simple profile. It is dealing with only one single product, which is home loan through Tata Capital Housing Finance Limited. Now it's I hope I'm clear on this particular profile. Anyone do have any question, please feel free to ask. See, if I say Tata Group and Tata Capital in particular, see, entire Tata Group is one of the most respectable companies they are running, and Tata Capital, which has been established in the year 2007 only. See, in a span of just 15 years in India, they have grown immensely, and very soon non-banking financial company Tata, who has been applying for banking licenses, will come into total banking, commercial banking picture also. So it's not that the roles, the finances, the entire requirements is what is being performed, their functions, their organization skills, all being done just like a bank. The only thing we are not doing is not opening accounts of retail or a corporate customer, which post getting a banking license they will be also operating in India like this only. But yes, the culture and the Tata's brand image, anything is so good that everyone should apply. And it is not that, not like other non-banking financial companies. Even we have got Indiabulls Housing Finance Company and many other housing finance companies which we have heard, even Diwan Housing and so on and so forth, had all failed in India in the last 2 to 3 years. Now Tata as a group, it carries that particular brand image, and Tata companies, even TCS we say in particular, they have the most respect, and their persons who have joined Tata consultancy services have been working for such a long time. The great place to work survey, we have got all Tata companies in the list, because their existing employees have been voting for them, which is a great place to work concept, where an existing agency in India and outside have been listing Tata Group and Tata companies, where employees are very happy working under this Tata Group. So there is very less attrition in the entire Tata family because of their culture, their vision, and their exposure and their organizational culture which they have been running throughout. In the last 15 years, Tata Capital has grown from scratch to leaps and bounds, and I should say persons who are interested, definitely they should go and apply for this particular profile. And this company has great prospects and high ambitions to grow under Ratan Tata. I should say everyone should appear for this relationship manager profile more, and everyone is interested in selling some kind of one single individual product, they can go for this sales manager home finance profile. If anyone is interested and more interested in some kind of personal financial planning, they can go for this relationship manager well profile, they can apply for it, and they can appear for that interview. Yes, Shivani, please. No, as I said already, if you go through your profile or the job description which has been shared maybe to you also in the group, see, it particularly says it will be having a portfolio of client. Portfolio of client means a relationship manager doesn't get into a field job. See, it in retail sales or it's commercial sales or wholesale sales, you will be having a portfolio of client. The portfolio client needs to be serviced in the form of their requirements, maybe their existing loans which are already running with Tata Capital, and any kind of interactions which you do needs to be with your existing clients needs to be deepened or enhanced by cross-selling some other loan products or and giving top-ups to the existing loans. And also deepening relationship will be in the form of their referrals or any kind of leads being shared. Say for instance, a customer who is very happy with you, you have spoken and built relationship with him for years now, and why don't you ask that customers, if you have any other friend, colleague, or your relatives who has some kind of requirement of any other loans, then definitely that particular person who is already satisfied client of you will give you another customer's name, number. Then basis his reference only, you need to speak to them and get the business. It is not that you have to go door to door or field job, because in today's scenario, people used to have some kind of apprehension that yes, once I join a sales profile, then I have to go door to door and ring the bell and get business by asking ye le lo, wo le lo. It's not like that. It's not like that. You have that wrong myth, you can say, a misconception. It is not a door to door sale. It is a relationship building profile. That's why the profile is known as relationship manager. I hope I am clear. Shivani, don't be apprehensive that you have to go door to door. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, anyone do have any question? Just a minute, let me check that particular.
Charger.
Can I put it on hold for 2 minutes? Let me check. इसका चार्जर ऑन नहीं हुआ है. लैपटॉप का चार्जर लगाओ. 2% बैटरी है. जल्दी
कहाँ से लगाऊं?
वहां से लगाओ. इसको हटा दो बैटरी को. Yeah, Aman, can you repeat that point? Which particular point you are asking? And ensuring low attrition level. See, what happens is that by in a collection manager profile, you will be also handling persons under your team, where you as a team manager have to handle so many persons under you for getting these clients for any kind of NPAs, non-performing assets, already written there in their particular thing as a one pointer, where the persons who have already been taken loan and they have not repaid off their loan has become NPA. Now under your team, maybe there are so many persons who will be going to clients to get that loan serviced, or their repayments being done, or their loan being regularized. That once that particular thing is happening, and you being a team leader, you will be having a team of your own, and there can be persons under your team who may leave the organization and go to some other organization as a process of job change. Now that particular attrition level control is also one particular area which needs to be taken care by you as a team leader. A collection manager is also a person who is a team leader, where under your team the persons who will be under you needs to be controlled, and their attrition or their job change or their resignation needs to be also be taken care of by motivation and different other avenues, by their appraisals and their salaries also been taken care by passing on some kind of messages to the senior management team. Attrition control is one particular thing where your job change by any person under you is one particular KRA and for a collection manager. Yeah. Any other question, please? Let me check the chat box. What questions will be asked? Shivani has written one particular question. What advice would you give to a salesperson just beginning their career? See, as I already told, there is no organization who can survive without sales. So any kind of organization or your profile which you join will definitely have sales. Sales in the sense it is not B2B sales or a B2C sale which is being an apprehension in your mind. It is only and only what your motive is. In the motive in the sense your own motivation, because you will be not going door to door sale. You will be having a portfolio of client, an area of base where you need to cross sell customers from your existing by deepening more requirements from customers through interactions, and also interactions by taking existing customers references for new customers to be onboarded during your interaction. This is one particular thing. Don't get some kind of apprehension that yes, it will be some kind of door to door sale. You will be managing a portfolio of your own. A portfolio will have customers who are already in your portfolio, who are already clients of Tata Capital. Yeah, any other question? So how many of you, I suppose, out of this 27 now online, all of you will be appearing for the interview tomorrow? Day after tomorrow. Okay. I hope, all should appear, because Tata is one particular respectable company, and Tata Capital within a span of just 15 years has grown leaps and bounds, and with the growth of the company your career will also get boosted up. So no one should miss this particular company on your campus. So should I conclude this session today? Kriti? Thank you. Thanks your time. Thank you all of you. All the best. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. হয়ে গেছে
क्या हो गया पूरा?
बाबू कुछ ना कुछ करता रहता है, अटेंशन डिवाइड कर देता है।
बोल रही थी इसको अलग